Oh, it's you. Hey, how about that? I was just goofing off here between engine swaps. And there you go. Well, this week's video is short, stupid, and not particularly meaningful, but it may be mildly entertaining, and that's what counts. What also counts is you should probably click the subscribe button because, I don't know, I make enough money to buy lunch off this shit. Anyway, all I got for you this week is two vans, which look identical, but are not. But they are super stubbies, much like my penis. They're quite, a super stubby is a 118-inch wheelbase short roof van that's otherwise identical, but is quite rare. And nobody buys them because they're like not much bigger than a minivan. So you don't see them very often. But when you do, Christ, they're eye-searing. They're really cute. They're just adorbs. Totes adorbs is all I can say. Let's check them out. This van is interesting to me because it's a pre-pro, meaning pre-June of 2014, short wheelbase, stubby, the super stubby. And it's hard to capture it on camera, especially with the motorcycles, but it has an eye-searing look to it. Let's zoom. There you go. It is jarring to the eye because the proportions are different than one would expect. He's got seat covers. He's extended the gas pedal. Very nice. 10 years later and 87,000 miles, this thing is in perfect condition. These actually, while this is some old school technology, it actually is pretty nice. I'm kind of into the death. This is called the death knob because it pierces you in the thorax. Yeah, go right through your chest, right? But yeah, but it's great. And as you can see, he's built a custom little console up there. This, by the way, in any size van, just having a curtain rod so that you can drop a curtain between here maximizes the HVAC. So you're going to get all the warm and all the cool. This has never... You must be very gentle because after 10 years you would think this is a common failure point where this is just a check strap for the door where it'll pull out here, but yours isn't even cracked. This is a common, not a failure point, but that's no big deal. That'll never rust. This, as you can see, this thing's Pennsylvania and it's rust-free.
It's been coated.
It's been coated for her pleasure. That is a later model grill insert. Is it not?
Yeah.
That's what I thought, yeah.
You want to show the air conditioning too? If they want to have.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Just like this, I hook that on the dock up there and pull it out and run it back.
This is something I have to make a video on because oftentimes what I found worked best for me was I built these little brackets that go on this vent, and it would run to a dryer hose like that. And you can turn the vent on and off with a switch. You can direct it on the windshield if you want to defrost, if you've got ice buildup or something. But mostly what it did was actually put air on your feet because the foot heating in this thing is just not particularly great. It's not aimed right and it's not forceful enough. But by having control over it and you can regulate it, just set it always to the dash, and then you have it on a dryer tube, which you can then put in the back if you're sleeping in for heat or air. Yep. All right, kids, check this out. This is how to do your van right. Do it up right. Simple, effective, flexible. There's a garage under a platform. You could fold the platform up and have the whole space insulated, but not, spending your entire life worrying about insulation. And you'll note that the high track on the roof, that upper corner is where all the wiring goes. Not that there's all that much. But what you don't want to do is build walls over your wiring and then someday need to go service the wiring. You can still, as you can see, get to the tail lights when you need to replace a tail light bulb. You've got a simple laminate wood floor that even if it was the worst laminate floor in the world, you could put another one in for 50 bucks. I mean, done, snap it together, do whatever you want. I happen to like this idea of utilizing the wheel well depth as shelving space because anything big that you're going to put in here has to fit between the wheel wells, so all that space above it becomes wasted. Lovely. You kids and your extendeds are spoiled. This is more than enough. I like the little window. I would make it round or heart-shaped, and then I'd have a naked lady riding a unicorn mural on the side. But that's me. All right, well, that, kids, is your 2014 Super Stubby. Someday I'll come up with production figures, but my guess is they didn't make very many of them. All right. There she goes. All right, you salty little freaks, we're here with another Super stubby. Look how little it is in the bay. But you know what's interesting is it sits higher in front, because I'm in front of these things all day. This sits a little tall. I wonder if that's because it's lighter. I don't know. My dude here has the chrome trim rings, which it seems simple, kids. And it is simple, and it's cheap, and it's a simple upgrade, but it really looks good. He's also added this tape stripe that I now see as a fade. I didn't notice. That's very nice. And, oh, and he's done fancy stuff with the tape in the back. Very nice. Very cool. Can I open it up? Show the people what you've done?
Yeah.
All right. It is surprisingly, I don't know, you have to be here in person to get a sense of the difference of the size between the 136 and this 118, but it's way better than it should be. It's plenty of room. If one person was living in it, you'd be fine. You'd have more than enough room in here. Thunder all the time, but usually it offends people. Anyway, that's that for this week, and there'll be more meaningful content next week. I'm in the midst of 2 giant engine swaps, getting one of my fucking vans through fucking E-Check, and much other sundry fun. And there you go. Good to see you, and we'll see you next time. He's a goddamn lovely